everybody, and welcome to Briar Rose Cottage. I thought today I would start with the back, and then we will work our way front. So in here at the back against the shed, I have planted sunflowers. That's what it is. That's what Miss Morgana Moon. So yes, I put this wired frame on the back of the shed. My brain's not working today. So welcome to Briar Rose Cottage. My name is Ray, and it is the first weekend in July, and it is starting off as a very nice, hot, sunny, sort of a perfect summer weekend. So yeah, more sunflowers down in here. I'm hoping they all grow. Got lots to transplant. Still have mess here. It's always going to be a mess here, I think. Nothing much in here except sunflowers. Some that need to be transplanted, some that are already in their home. Got peonies blooming over by the compost. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, it was a dragonfly. That's what I was chasing. Oh, here's a pretty blue one. See if we can get it in there. There it is, blurry as it is. There's a dragonfly. So, which is good. That means I've got lots of good biodiversity in my yard, which is awesome. Hello, Simons. Yes, and so yes, the peony. I've got 2 plants. They're going to come up a funny color, but they're sort of a fuchsia, a dark fuchsia color. Oh, they're so pretty. Ignoring the mess. Got lots of clover. Oh. And a bee. Yeah. Like I said, lots of biodiversity, lots of mess, lots of rhubarb, laundry hanging up because it's such a beautiful day. Got to mow the wheat field here, but we got lots of raspberries with raspberry babies. Getting too warm for the rose bush. So the petals are wilting, but that's okay. It's more of a spring thing anyways, cooler weather plant. But yes, all in this mess here is raspberries. Lots of babies. Got some zucchini coming up here. And just been doing my whoops, sorry. There's Bastion. Cleaned this out, so I've got a bunch of stuff growing in here, lots of mint, and a pansy that's self-seeded, so that's cool. Potatoes, got some potatoes up, doing their things. So yes, basically lots of tearing crap up and rearranging and moving and digging and amongst the other stuff, and hopefully one day no mowing. Beans are not up yet. This peony survived, so I'm so happy. It's been moved a couple of times. It cannot be moved anymore. So that's its permanent home. More Bastion. got some peas coming up in here. And a nasturtium and a sunflower. Oh, there was a nasturtium came up here, but something ate it. Something's been eating at it. Should put another seed in there. Bunch of stuff I dug up from over here, and look at this wild chamomile. Look at how awesome and big and wonderful it is. That I no seeds. I just transplanted from someplace else. I think beets are up right here. Yeah, that's my row. Some more beets there. Another clump there. Oh, turnips are up too. In there. What? Get out of the garden, Miss. 100-ton of rhubarb going. I have cleaned this out twice in the strawberry patch, but still have some issues with weeds. And I have a red strawberry. A strawberry that's redding. Nice. That's wonderful. So yeah, got a bunch of strawberries in here. Got to go in and pull the grass and stuff out of again. So as we come over here, this is, I guess this was the best spot for peonies, because this one is not as old as that other little one I just showed you. It's the same age as the one over by the composter. And it's, look at it, like, wow. Just, I guess it's getting the right amount of sun and water and that kind of thing. Hey, Bastion. Yeah. I have a hollyhock coming back. Put potatoes in here. Trimmed up all the trees here so I can move this wood away from the shed. Got some plans for that here at the cottage. So pretty. Let's put some sunflowers in down here, in behind some potatoes in there. And the potatoes I used are not anything fancy. It's not seed potatoes or anything. It's some of it is last year's potatoes that grew. Some of it is grocery potatoes that grew. It's all grocery potatoes. I have not bought seed potatoes. I just plant in regular everyday potatoes from the grocery store. And I get potatoes. Sometimes they're not the prettiest when you pull them out of the ground, but hey, they're still there. Rhubarb up to wazoo. And this year, so far, the currant bush, which had almost nothing on it last year, whoops, there we go, it's got tons of berries on it this year, so that's really good. If you leave things alone, sometimes things grow all on their own, which is basically what's happening in my yard, and that's what's this poppy. I did try to transplant poppies. They don't do that, they die. There's another viola, just doing its due where the old fire pit used to be. But as you can see, I got lots of digging, lots and lots of digging. Excuse me, we'll go back over here, and I have 3 nasturtiums growing in here, and 5 cucumbers in here, so that's cool. So lots doing its due. Lots came back. Here's a look at this little patch here on the back. Got this going here. A couple of nasturtiums in the pot, weeds, and some transplanted plants. Got to go through and weed through that. And sort of not so much weeding, but just sort of pulling stuff out so that it's not so overcrowded. Carrots, cleaning this up in here, and more wild chamomile. I have to consider this a weed, and even though, let's see, even though it has pretty blue flowers on it, what happens is the flowers, when they die to make their seeds, it's a little burr type thing, and it gets caught in the cat's fur, especially monkey. And then I have had it in all my Afghans. They're stuck in the carpet. They get stuck in my sweaters, and they're hard to get out. That's from the living room. Doing some things. I was checking some stuff out. But yeah, I got some sunflowers. Different day, different video for that. The spearmint here. And then some sunflowers all in here. And these are like all transplanted. The bird seed. The birds drop it, they grew. So I've just been moving sunflowers all around. I transplanted some plants in here. Put some potatoes over there. Same sort of got some marigolds down here. And some transplanted plants. Some of it I'm thinking this is birdseed that I pulled out of my pot and didn't realize it was birdseed. So I won't be keeping that. It's just that in my dirt, and there's my other flower plants, and the frickin' plant I can't get rid of it. It's got all this on the ground here. It's got roots to China, and I pull and pull and pull and pull, and it's just not going anywhere. Goodbye. More sunflower in there. Spearmint. The tree I planted here from, I don't know if anybody remembers, but from the side of the house did not make it over winter. So that kind of sucks. But, hey, you try. It's all free. I had peppers in here, 3 pepper plants in here, and they were not doing well. Probably not the right kind of soil, not enough water, and that kind of thing. So I moved them. And then where the white sticky things are, those are plastic knives, or beans. I put some old bean plants, my just gravel, dirt, and extra mint. This needs a little water, but it will come back once I put some water on it. There's my tomatoes. I think the weather's finally going to be good for tomatoes and peppers. It's been great for weeds. My dahlia, the same mint. I've got the neighbor let me dig in their yard, and I got white lilacs now in some spots. Zucchini. I put 6 seeds in this bin, and 2 came up. So remember, it's okay to overplant. That way you will always get some stuff, and it's got weeds and sunflowers, so that's kind of cool too. And mini tomatoes. Got this at Walmart. Little Bing. So I think they're miniature. They're definitely miniatures. Miniatures. Okay, go. Oh, now it won't go in the dirt. I bent it, so now it won't go in the dirt. And that's plantain. So it's been getting bigger and bigger in here, and I put 3 tomatoes, those tomatoes in here, and sunflowers. And this poor little nasturtium that was over by those other tomatoes wasn't doing very well. Transplanted some more sunflowers. Cleaned this up over here. Potatoes are doing wonderful. I put a sunflower in here, right there. I'm hoping it will grow. The potatoes were so tiny when I put it in there. They were bigger than those ones there. But yeah, the potatoes since have been growing and things like they do. A plant is only a weed until somebody decides it's a plant. So potatoes will grow like weeds if you let them. I got a whole row here. Some of my potatoes, I had so many, I just threw them in the ground just to condition the ground, because potatoes and beans will put nitrogen, etc. in the soil. So they're great companion plants for plants that need that. Okay, it was a 6-pack of those tomatoes. So far all I've got, because the weather's been so cool, it's just flowers. But yeah, and then there's this garden that I know I've showed off before. Here, in behind the raspberries, which I didn't show, but there's tons of berries in here. So that's awesome. Lots of berries, lots of babies. I do believe I have enough babies to make a second row of raspberries, so that's like freaking amazing. And as I clean up the yard and do, I will be figuring out future planning. Maybe I'll sell them, any future babies. Okay, now we'll head out front. Lots of rhubarb. I gotta get on marketplace, and let people know I have rhubarb for sale. And this is where I stuck those peppers. I'm hoping it's a better spot, and I put some sunflower transplants in the back, so hopefully my 3 peppers will perk up. This is where last year I had tons and tons of carrots and tomatoes. Got more to clean up. And then there's this place. That's the only transplanted tree from last year that survived over winter. It was right there. So I'm really happy about that. Stuck a whole ton of sunflowers in here, transplanted sunflowers, and I think I only lost one. And then down here is, you can see where all the potatoes are doing their due. Yeah, they're doing their dues and stuff. So yeah, you know, sometimes just let things do their due. Oh, look. I got another one. It's been an interesting year because some places I can't just mow. I have to go and take the clippers, because if I don't want to lose all the sunflowers or the other little plants that might be good, because there's a ton of yarrow to growing all over. And for those that don't know, this here is yarrow. It's good for helping clotting. And I have a ton of it. It came in a mixed seed, wildflower seed. So now, yeah. Over here, I got marigolds and sunflowers and another poor little white lilac trying to hang on there. I got all sorts of stuff green in here, lots of sunflowers. That's where I got a lot of the transplants for over here. And there's still a ton of them in here. My columbine has made flowers and being pretty, and now it's gone to seed again. Last year's seed pods down here, this year's seed pods. And I found columbine throughout the yard. I am going to move that because this is just a little bit overgrown. I've got a spot right here I hope it'll like. Moved a mint. And this is what happens when you transplant stuff. It will wilt for a bit, but you know, you got to hang on because it's coming back. Same with the sunflowers. They were wilting. They come. They're perking. And then that's another white lilac. My front yard's still a big mess, but I did get the grass and stuff over there. Lettuce that I bought at the grocery store and then just planted in the yard, and it's gone to seed. So that was what, like 4 or 5 years ago, because Kirk was, my late husband, was still alive. So yeah. It just keeps making more lettuce. That's a choke cherry in here. And it's hanging in there. That's not choke cherry. Those are maples, and I don't need any more of those right now. But that choke cherry, moved it around and it seems to have taken. Transplanted viola or Johnny Jump Ups, and they're doing their due. So yeah, and the lilacs are even bigger. I have no idea what this is. If you know what it is, please comment. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I would absolutely love to have 1,000 subscribers, because then I can be monetized and turn, really, it'd be nice to get a little bit of something back. Don't feel like you have to, but yeah, it would be nice. So yes, there's my lilacs from a while ago. But this is what I mean. The lettuce goes to seed, and then you get this year after year. And I made the mistake of how I wanted to organize everything, and so I screwed it up. So now this is all going back to grass and is humpy bumpy. And what I should have done is plan my garden beds first, get them all cleaned out, and then do the landscaping. But I got it into my mind from last year I was going to start in this corner and work my way to the driveway and then towards the back. And that's not what I should have done. I should have been working on my flower beds, get everything up so I can get veggies and my flowers moved around and all that kind of stuff. And then big projects like this. So it won't be that hard to dig this back out, but it's kind of one of those like dumb moment. I had a dumb moment. So but yeah, you can see where I have, these are sunflowers that I need to move. So and then out to the front. So my poor start on the path is getting overgrown. because of the cooler weather and the lots of rain. My daisies. I had a neighbor tell me they were weeds, but all the daisies were free. And compared to grass, the daisies are so much easier to deal with. So got tons of sunflowers down in here, but yeah, got lots doing their due. And daisies are so much happier and sunnier, and they're hardier, and they do their own thing, and the plant stays green. And this peony likes that right here. And so yeah, chokecherries, Saskatoon berries. Oh, I put some beets in here. So I should have hopefully green things sprouting up soon. But look at all these happy sunny faces. Like, as a gardener and wanting to have wildlife in my yard, why wouldn't I want something that looks so yay, that helped out and grew all on its own, where it's less work. So here, so lots of daisies. I did plant, got lots of more sunflowers and mint and the roses. Oh, I've got flowers right here. I got flowers on whatever these are. That's cool. That's absolutely cool. Means they're probably getting enough water. And yeah, nasturtium growing in there. This is a mess. That's going to be a holy wow to clean up. Another nasturtium growing in there. And see, this is what I mean about things wilting. Like, look at the plant, but I left the flowers all on it, and it's just hanging in there. And here's another example of things kind of just doing their due. This is columbine. I did not plant that there. It was in here already, so I left it. Getting this on the curbing here, finally. And I've got this whole bed to dig out so I can get the proper edging along in here. I water this 4 bits of rose bush that I dug out and moved from over at the front there when I was doing the edging, and it has completely looking all dead, but that doesn't mean it is dead. It just needs a major trim back, and I haven't got there yet. But always, the daisies do their due. This piece keeps doing its due every year now. This is where I had the wildflower mix in there and just cast it in there, and now I got a big bushy mess with grass growing in it. And the grass is a grain. It's not going to focus on it. There we go. That's as good as I'm going to get it. And it's a grain. And so it's always going to be tall and spiky and hard to keep up with. That's a basket of branches and a bit of weeds. I trimmed up this tree the other day, a couple days ago. Managed to disturb a wasp that was trying to keep dry, and it zapped me right in the cheek. So not 100% too happy. I got a bachelor button and whatever this is. It's pretty. All growing in here and yarrow. It's going to be really cool when I get a chance to get this all cleaned up and more looking like my plan rather than just sort of a big clumpy mess all over the place. More rhubarb. Yeah. You can see how dry it was until recently when it got a little wetter. That's what these rust stains are. Sitting there saying I needed more water. Yeah. Whoops. There it is. There's an ant. So yeah, just sharing. Just share the yard, and I put the bird feeders right here for the time being. This is going to be a cat area in here. I don't know that the bird feeders are staying here, but this area is going to be a cat area. You can see I did not plant those lettuces here. They're just growing all on their own. And so, yes, get this cleaned up, let the grass grow just that little bit. I've got birdseed grass, oat, whatever it is in there, growing. It was much nicer. But yeah, I think if I was going to keep this, I could make some form of bread. Because this is some sort of natural prairie grass in here. Maybe what I'll do is, although I'm allergic to grass, I'll find a spot. Maybe this bit here I won't rip out and throw in the compost. I'll just create a natural spot for it. So anyways, there's the yard walk. Moving into summer so wonderfully. I hope everybody had a great week, or at least a good one, and that their weekend is good too as well. And if you're not, hang in there. Be like a weed. Be kind to yourself and let yourself grow as you need to grow. Because isn't that what the best thing that we can do for ourselves? Like, look, I did not put that bachelor button in there. It's just growing all by itself. So, yeah. Be a wild garden and do your thing. And just when it rains, let that water just absorb into you and allow you to grow big and strong when the sun comes out. So, peace, love, and happiness, everybody. Remember to be kind, especially to yourself. Bye for now.